Hey there, welcome to another episode of Hang Out with me in the kitchen space. In today's episode, I'm back with another interesting recipe that I'm pretty sure you're going to love it. We are making some kuku choma using an oven, and with me here I have my ingredients. So I have my chicken and my usual spices while cooking chicken, and that's some garlic powder. And if at all you do not have all these spices, please make sure you are going to have some garlic powder and some salt. I also have some salt, and these are the main flavors for today's recipe. I have some paprika mainly for the color. I have some chicken masala for the flavor as well, and I also have some turmeric for the color as well. And without further ado, let's get started. Before we get started, I'm going to mention that my oven is already preheating at 180 degrees, and I'm going to be using half of this chicken. And you can see this is such a big chicken, it's very heavy, so I'm going to be using half of it. So I'm going to dissect it into two. Look at all this meat. Also, if you're going to be using frozen chicken, please make sure you defrost it before you start cooking it. So I've just removed the lungs and everything else that I did not want to have in this recipe. I'm also going to wipe off this blood over here. Then I'm going to pat it dry using my serviettes. But if at all you have a paper towel, that works best. Then I'm also going to pat it dry. Then we'll proceed. I've already washed my hands and we are going to prepare our spice rub. And I'll start by adding in a generous amount of some garlic powder. That should be okay. Then I'll go in with my paprika. So we are not going to be using all this. That's why I'm also making a lot so that I can store for next time. I'll add in some chicken masala. And it's just a matter of preference. If at all you have one spice more than the other, you can feel free to add it more than the other spices. So that should be okay. Then I'm also going to add some salt. So I'm going to taste. That's just the right balance. If at all you need to adjust, feel free. So I've also washed my hands again because I do not want to contaminate this, because as I've mentioned, I'm not using it all at once today. Then I'm just going to sprinkle a generous amount. Then we can rub that in, even inside the skin. Then I'm also going to add in some cooking oil. Then I'll rub it in as well. So once I'm happy with this, I'm going to put this in an oven preheating at 180 degrees for about 35 to 40 minutes. But after about 25 minutes, I'm going to flip it. Then I'm going to roast it for about 5 minutes. Then I'm going to flip it back. Then I'll let it continue till it's well done.